You fly to Rome expecting a quiet dinner, but hit the reality of overlapping tables, deafening noise, and waiters sprinting past your chair. Finding a genuinely good pizza in this city is easy. The real trap is blindly following online top 5 lists without checking if the restaurant's specific style actually matches the experience you want. A great slice eaten in a stressful room feels like a wasted vacation meal. To map this scene, we use a decision model based on 2 variables, your preferred crust and your desired dining vibe. We'll test this against 5 heavily debated local spots: Ivo, Monte Carlo, Marmi, So, and Remo. Because once you understand how a kitchen's crust architecture directly dictates its service style, you can guarantee a satisfying dinner every single time. We start with Marmi and Remo at Testaccio. These are legacy operations, pushing near a century in business, driven by deep local loyalty and crowds wrapping around the block. Their menus are anchored by absolute strict adherence to the traditional Roman crust. It is rolled out almost paper thin, leaving you with an incredibly crunchy base that cracks when you fold it. To achieve that specific snap, these pies are tossed into classic wood-fired ovens. They rest directly on the stone, right next to roaring embers. It is an intensely hot, volatile cooking environment. That high heat efficiency pays off directly on your bill. Prices here are extremely forgiving, generally dropping between €7.80 to €13 a pie. But that sheer volume creates a frantic dining room. Waiters carry stacks of pizzas like staircases on their arms, and because of those roaring embers, you should fully expect slightly burnt edges on your crust. Sitting down here is an intentional trade. You are swapping elbow room and quiet conversation for unbeatable prices and raw, historical atmosphere. If you want to keep that historical Roman energy but maximize your calorie count, you pivot to Ivo I Trastevere and Pizzeria La Monte Carlo. These spots are famous for dense, complex layers of ingredients. Monte Carlo's trademark pie, for instance, throws onion, artichokes, sausage, an egg, mushrooms, olives, and a roast pepper entirely onto a single pizza. To hold that much weight without collapsing into a soggy mess, the kitchen relies strictly on the structural integrity of that rigid, crunchy Roman dough. It acts as a stable platform for incredibly heavy post-bake topping combinations. The catch is the pacing. The staff at Monte Carlo and Ivo operate at a blistering speed. The dining room moves like a racing track, designed to turn tables over as fast as physically possible. You go here when you want massive flavor impact and you don't mind eating fast. Abandon any plans for a slow, lingering evening. Then there is SEU Pizza Illuminati, a highly ranked outlier that completely breaks local tradition to offer a totally different experience. Here, they swap the thin Roman crunch for a Neapolitan style. The dough is highly hydrated, trapping pockets of gas to create a soft, airy, and slightly chewy base. They also skip basic local staples in favor of imported premium regional ingredients. Their San Marzano tomatoes, for example, are pulled straight from Campania for a specific sweet and acidic balance. Because the culinary technique is elevated, the dining room is too. The pacing is relaxed, you order off a QR code menu, and the bill will hit a higher price ceiling than the neighborhood joints. Choosing SEU means you actively trade gritty local authenticity for technical precision and a comfortable chair. This chart plots your options cleanly. We have crust style on the horizontal axis, running from crunchy Roman to chewy Neapolitan. On the vertical axis, we track dining atmosphere, moving from chaotic and fast to relaxed and elevated. If you are a culinary purist who prioritizes dough hydration and a relaxed table, your target is right here in the top right. Book a table at SEU. If you are a value hunter looking for cheap, historical authenticity and you can tolerate shoulder-to-shoulder noise, you drop right down here to Marmi and Remo. And if you are a hungry traditionalist who wants heavy, dense toppings in a lively, fast-moving room, you sit squarely in the middle ground with Ivo and Monte Carlo. Stop rolling the dice on generic rankings. Decide what kind of night you actually want to have, and pick the kitchen built to deliver it.